Hello and welcome back to another Hobonichi Flip-Through. This is going to be for the month of June, and I'm really excited for this one because June was very eventful. It was super fun, and I enjoyed filling these pages up with memories, quotes, and all that good stuff. So let's jump right into it. If you're new to my channel, every first of the month I put a selfie on the first page, and I tore a piece of this beautiful floral background from a magazine and added some stickers and washi tape. And for the 1st of June, I wrote this quote that says, "I invest my time and energy where it feels right for me. I choose to focus on experiences that are life-sustaining, not draining." And then I did some quick watercolor patterns in the background. Mom and Dad came home from the PI and they brought tons of luggage full of pasalubong. Aside from the yummy snacks, they got this game called Sunka. I forgot how to play, so Mom was teaching me and we spent over 40 minutes playing together. It was so much fun. So pasalubong, if you guys aren't Filipino, pasalubong is basically gifts from the Philippines. I had so much fun learning how to play again because the first time I played this game was in the 1st grade. I remember my teacher, she was Filipina, and she had Sunka in the classroom and she taught us. So I remember playing with my friends. So it was very nostalgic just playing with my mom. But yeah, it was a great start to the month of June. And on the 3rd, it was a full moon in Sagittarius. And the affirmations that I wrote were, "Following my dreams guides me toward change, progress, and even more opportunities. I am creating the space to learn and grow. I am courageous and adventurous, and I am passionate about what brings me joy, and I am not afraid to pursue my passion." And on the 4th, it was my mom's 68th birthday. We bought a cake for her from Paris Baguette, and it was just a very chill day at home. On this page, I wrote a quote that says, "May the flowers remind us why the rain was so necessary," by Zan Oku. I put some cute floral stickers. I mentioned this before in my previous flip-throughs that whenever I just put stickers on a page, it's because I really don't feel like doing too much. I bought a desktop easel from Michael's, and it's one of the best purchases I've made this year so far. No more hovering over my desk and getting shoulder pains. I started a new watercolor painting, and my new easel makes it more enjoyable. If you haven't seen my recent YouTube short, I did show the easel. I don't have it in this room. I have it down in the office, so you can check it out if you're interested. Just look at my YouTube short. I kind of show what it looks like. And on this page, I drew the Midnight Gospel. So I think this is a Netflix original. I'm not quite sure, but I know that they are the same creators as Adventure Time. If you're into spirituality and like love talking about life and death, this is the cartoon for you. I kept seeing this on my For You page on TikTok, and so I was like very intrigued because of the messages that they were sharing in the show. I will say that the Midnight Gospel is very trippy. I just couldn't focus because there was so much going on. The show actually reminds me a lot of one of my favorite movies called The Waking Life. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, definitely check out the Midnight Gospel. I didn't watch all the episodes. I probably watched the first episode and the last episode, which was my favorite. So Midnight Gospel, I think it's a podcast, but they made it into a cartoon. So just warning you, it's pretty trippy. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in that cartoon, but I really enjoy listening to the messages and just the conversations. I don't know, like I'm very philosophical in that way, so I just love hearing them talk. On this day, I went to have dinner with my sister and her family at Duke's in La Jolla. I didn't realize until later on that this is the Duke's from Hawaii. So when I was in Hawaii last year, we weren't able to go there because it was fully booked. And I totally didn't know that we actually have a Duke's here in San Diego. So I was really excited. The food is delicious. So I printed out a few photos, and for appetizers, we got Korean sticky ribs and calamari. And then for my main course, I got the Duke's Classic Burger. And then we all shared the Kimo's Original Hula Pie. Also, before dinner, we actually went to see the seals. If you guys have been following me for a while, I did film an urban sketch video drawing the seals at La Jolla Cove. So we went down there. It was so fun. Like, it was kind of gloomy, but it was really fun watching the seals doing their thing. On this page, I just wrote some lyrics from this song by Cleo Sol. She's one of my favorite artists. Basically, she just kept repeating this mantra. It says, know that you are loved even if you don't love yourself. And so I just kept repeating it. I saw videos from her concert on TikTok. I'm so sad that she's not touring around America. She's actually from the UK. So when I saw her on my For You page and she was singing this song with the whole audience, I teared up. It was so beautiful to hear everyone sing along with her. And if I can, I'll probably insert the video here. It was so beautiful. Or also I'll leave the link down below too, because I can find it. But yeah, I would love to see her live. She has such an amazing voice. Today I'm grateful for hilarious comments on TikTok For You page, big hot Cheetos, the nice cool breeze, my hair straightener, quick Target drive-ups, my Kindle for helping me read 4 to 5 books in 1 month, world record. And on this page, I took a piece of this really cute paper that I bought from Daiso, and I wrote, I want to make beautiful things even if nobody cares. Quick hydration break. Today I have something very different. I went to H Mart a few days ago and I got some of these pouches. Everyday's Essential C's Konjac Jelly with collagen booster plus vitamin C support, and it's apple flavor. It's pretty sweet. Oh shit. Oh no! I spilled on my shirt. This morning we celebrated Maddie's 8th grade promotion at Aunt Emma's Pancakes. And I got peanut butter pancakes. The pancakes were the best. I devoured that. There was like peanut butter chips on it, and the pancakes were just so fluffy. Amazing. And on the 15th, I went to go see Erykah Badu and Yasin Bey for their Unfollow Me tour. And this is a picture of my sister, me, and my cousin. Obviously, I had to wear the shirt I got from the concert. I freaking love Erykah Badu. And if you love Erykah Badu also, you are automatically my friend because I love her so much. She is the Pisces queen. I've loved her music since high school. I remember I made a bucket list years ago, back in high school. One of them was to see Erykah Badu live, and I finally got to see her in 2021 for the first time. And this is my second time seeing her. And this time with Yasin Bey, aka Most Stuff. But yeah, both concerts were great, but I really did enjoy the Unfollow Me tour a little bit more. I really enjoyed the Unfollow Me tour, mainly because I was sitting next to my cousin. She bought me a drink, which I wasn't drinking the first time, which probably was why I was too shy to really dance and sing. I was sitting next to my sister's friends and I'm not super close with them, so I was really shy. But this time around, I was like really dancing and really like singing along, and it was just so much fun. I can't wait to see her again. She is so awesome. I will say I was a little bummed that she didn't sing Bag Lady. The first time she sang it towards the end, and that just made my day. But yeah, I really wanted her to sing Bag Lady because that's one of my favorite songs from her. But she did sing a lot of songs from her Baduism album, which is my favorite. So that was a plus. I really enjoyed it. And I'm glad this one was indoors too. So one thing I learned, it's best to consume alcohol when I'm at a concert because I'm able to dance freely. On the 16th, we had dinner at Kura Revolving Sushi Bar. And for this month, they had the Bear Bears, which is a Cartoon Network cartoon. I've never heard of it, but that was their theme for the month. On the 17th, it was a new moon in Gemini. The affirmations that I wrote were, I invite new ways of thinking into my life. I open myself up to the magic and miracles that are available to me every day. I courageously follow the path of my heart, and I am ready to accept change. On the 18th, it was Father's Day. So I put one of my favorite pictures of me and my dad. Don't we look cool? Super cool. Look at my shades and my little pose. But yeah, this is so 80s. And on the 19th, I went to Coronado Beach with my sister and the kids. We had a beautiful evening at Coronado Beach and enjoyed the last days of spring. I grabbed some seashells and did some much needed earthing. Oh, I needed that so much. Like, I really need to spend more time in nature. Earthing is very important. Walk in grass or walk on sand or in the water. Like, it's so important to be one with nature. If we're constantly inside, which honestly I have been inside a lot, especially the past year, but don't worry, I've been going out more often this year especially. And so it was just so nice to be out in the ocean. I mean, I can't swim, but I was walking around the shore and picking up beautiful seashells. And I actually found a seashell that I'm gonna make into a necklace. It's so interesting that I was able to find a shell with a hole in it at the edge. So I'm definitely gonna make it into a necklace. And once I make it, I'll show it in a vlog or something. But yeah, it was so beautiful to see the sunset and seeing the kids have fun. On this page, I just ripped up a piece from a magazine and I wrote, "Shine your light." Book talk influenced me to finally upgrade my Kindle, LOL. Goodbye to my scratched up 7th gen black Kindle Paperwhite, and hello to my new 11th gen agave green Kindle Paperwhite. Upgrade. So I filmed an unboxing video, but I didn't put it together because the AC was on and it was annoying me. And so yeah, if you guys didn't see, I did make a YouTube short of it, of me decorating the back. But this is my Kindle Paperwhite in agave green. It's so beautiful. On this page, I wrote a quote that says, "You don't have to achieve great things in life to justify your existence. It's okay to just exist." And this is actually a TikTok creator, Iman Simone. And this is also a quote that I got from a TikTok video, and it says, "The more I heal, the less ambitious I am." Can we talk about it? This is so true. I'm sure a lot of us have our own traumas. I think for me especially, I grew up with like self-worth issues, and so growing up, I was very ambitious and wanting to achieve so much, mainly because I wanted to please my parents. If it's in the cards for me, if it's part of my purpose, then it's gonna happen. I feel like I've healed a lot over the past several years, and I've reached this point in my spiritual journey where it's like, I am no longer focused on these things. You know, I don't feel like I need to achieve this certain thing to feel worthy, because I am worthy already. I know that I'm full of love. I know that I have everything within me. If you're at this point, do let me know in the comments because I want to connect with you. I want to like have conversations that are deep and meaningful. So on this day, I just put a sticker of a cat that Maddie gave me and I just wrote, chillin' like this cat today. Today I'm grateful for Filipino spaghetti, mangoes, cool summer breeze, K-drama nights with Maddie, digital planners, and my cozy Erykah Badu Unfollow Me Tour concert t-shirt, which I love. I wear this all the time, you guys. Like, it's so cozy. And I'm glad I got a large because it's long enough to cover my butt. On this page I wrote, keep your joy private. And I put some cute stickers here. And on the 27th, I went to this new cafe called Pink Rose Cafe. It's in La Mesa. And if you're interested, I did do a process video on my YouTube shorts as well as TikTok. If you guys didn't know, I'm actually back on TikTok. I reactivated my account. So if you'd like to see more short form videos, follow me on there because I'll be posting random ones on my account. But I did post this as well, so. On this page, I wrote a quote that says, in the world through which I travel, I am endlessly creating myself. And then I painted some flowers and some leaves with my watercolor paints. Today's big three: water, iced coffee, and strawberry smoothie. Does anyone else have a big three when it comes to beverages? People are on TikTok are saying like it's an ADHD thing, so maybe I do have ADHD because I gotta have my choices, you know? And now we've reached the last page for June. We get a little sneak peek for July. And I realized I didn't do a highlights for May. I forgot to do it. It's totally fine. But my June highlights were playing Sunka with mom, buying a new desk easel from Michaels, having dinner at Duke's in La Jolla, watching the seals at La Jolla Cove, peanut butter pancakes from Aunt Emma's Pancakes, Erykah Badu's Unfollow Me Tour with Yazine Bey, an evening at Coronado Beach, my new Kindle Paperwhite in agave green, and XG's Girl Gang. So I learned their choreography for this dance. Oh, it's so fun. I will talk more about me learning choreography in the next flip through because y'all, I've been like dancing for fun. It's been my favorite form of exercise lately. But anyway, that's it for my June Hobonichi flip through. I hope you all enjoyed it. And if you have been enjoying my Hobonichi flip-throughs and you're not subscribed yet, definitely subscribe down below. Give this video a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed it. And as always, I hope you all having a great day and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!